to start your watercolor painting, we're going to actually create a border space that will use all of the colors. So you'll need a black crayon to do this. And you're going to do some kind of border line around the outside edge. Don't get too far in because you will still want to have plenty of painting space. But we do want to create a little edge border on the outside of your painting space. So you can use any kind of line for this. I like a flowy organic line personally, but if you want to have a more geometric line or something, you are welcome to have that in your space. Once you kind of have that mocked out, you need to actually go in and make this line solid and black. The reason for this is the wax actually rejects the watercolor and keeps it from the spilling into your border, as well as preventing the edges of your paper from getting too wrinkly because you've created this border space. You can usually make borders with watercolor either with wax like we're going to do in this project, or you can do it even with taping it to the table so that it doesn't wrinkle up while you're painting. However, because we have to do this over multiple weeks, we cannot simply leave it at our table. So you just want to color this nice and dark and solid. Any place where it isn't solid, you want to go back in and make that line a little bit thicker. Though we are not trying to make this like super fat, it doesn't need to be 1/4 of an inch wide or anything. We just want to make sure that no water and no watercolor paint will be able to get past this little wax barrier that we're creating and make your paper wrinkle on the edges. So just spend a little time and go all the way around. Now that I finished my black border all the way around my artwork, it's time to create that rainbow border with all 12 colors that we've now kind of learned the names of and found. And we are going to use my sets of 16 pristine, what I like to call, colors. So these ones are ones that I don't let the younger students use. They are the big, thicker colors because they are more hardy and they're not as likely to break. However, we are going to be using these sets to create our rainbow borders. Please be nice to these crayons. You don't have to press super duper hard. You don't have to be super rough with them. You don't need to break them. Please don't peel the paper. Like, keep them nice as long as we can. Yes, I realize sometimes things break, but do your very, very best to keep these nice. So we're actually going to be working through the rainbow and just the ones that we need. So if it's helpful for you to like pull out the ones that we don't need, that are not actually part of the set that we've learned about, you can go ahead and do that. But yes, we are looking for our rainbow of 12. And for a lot of people, it's easier to kind of start actually at red and work our way through. However, whatever makes sense for you is fine. And we are going to be working our way around. So we're going to start with that red. And doing a fairly large area of red. And you'll notice because this is a textured paper, you'll need to press moderately hard to get good coverage. However, you don't want to press so hard that the crayon becomes shiny because we are going to be layering these colors together. So you want a space that's decently red all by itself, and then have a space where it's kind of a first pass red on both sides of that double or triple layer red. We'll come back around to this one, but I'm going to go here. So I'm going to put my red down, and I'm going to grab my scarlet or my red-orange color. I'm going to layer that red-orange on top of the red. And then I'm going to have a place where I'm going to double layer my red-orange. And then another space where it's just that single layer of the red orange. And then I switch to my orange and I repeat this process. So you're gonna actually almost get like a third or a fourth layer of color here. So you'll have red, 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 orange, 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 red, orange, and then you'll have orange, and then you'll have orange, yellow, orange. Oh my gosh. So you can play with that as you work around in your wheel here, having and going through each of the colors in order. And if you're not sure what comes next, you can ask a neighbor or you can check the chart. Now, if you start to be like me and you get worried about meeting in the middle somewhere, you can start working backwards or you can like try to crunch it up. It's really up to you. And if you do what I did, which is mess up and forget you needed to add purple yet, do your best. Let's see if I can erase this down. Get off some of that blue underlying color. And honestly, it's a rainbow. So if you didn't know that I messed up there, could you tell? Maybe, maybe not. Before you are totally done with the frame, if you have any places like I do where I smudge some crayon on the inside, do your best to go in and erase that. Otherwise, you are ready to plan out your drawings.